First, let's take a look at a basic composable function called useCounter. This function uses Vue.js3's composition API to encapsulate counter logic that can be reused in different components. Ref is imported from Vue, which allows us to create a reactive reference object. We define initial value as a default parameter to initialize our counter. Functions increment and decrement are then defined to modify the value of our reactive count. Finally, the count reference and both functions are returned, making them available to any component that calls useCounter. Next, we have the useMouse composable function. This function tracks the position of the mouse on the screen. Reactive is used to create a reactive state object with properties x and y, initialized to 0. The updateMouse function updates these properties with the mouse's page coordinates whenever the mouse moves. We listen to the mouseMove event on the window object to call updateMouse. The toRefs function is then used to convert the reactive state object into individual refs that can be returned and destructured in the consuming component. Lastly, let's see how to use these composables in a Vue.js component. In the setup function of our component, we call useMouse to get the reactive references to the mouse position. We also define a local reactive property as active to track if the component is currently active. OnMounted and onUnmounted lifecycle hooks are used to update is active accordingly when the component is mounted and unmounted. Then, we return these pieces of state so they can be used in our component's template or other options. This creates a clean separation of concerns and makes our code reusable and easier to maintain.